Welcome back to our conversation with Congressman Joseph Kennedy of the 4th Congressional District. So Nancy Pelosi wants to return to the speakership now that the Democrats have the majority. There'll be a vote in the caucus soon, and then after January 1st on the full floor of the House. Your colleagues in the Mass delegation, Seth Moulton and Steve Lynch, have said they will not vote for her, although it's unclear who the alternative will be or if there will be one. You are supporting her. Why?
I'm proudly supporting Leader Pelosi. I expect that she will be Speaker Pelosi again. Look, I have been in office now for 6 years. We are at have this extraordinary opportunity in the Democratic caucus to try to actually deliver on some promises, hold an administration accountable, but recognize that we aspire to be a big tent party, and you got to find ways to build that consensus, empower our members, and unify behind values and policies. There is nobody that is better at doing that than Nancy Pelosi, period. And I think that's why she enjoys the overwhelming support of almost everybody in our caucus.
Well, Congressman Moulton's been claiming for some time, going back to the last cycle, that she's not the person to do that she's too old, that the country and younger members want change. Change is necessary. Has he gotten out ahead of his skis here?
Look, Seth is a good friend, and he believes everything he does, he believes in wholeheartedly, and he deserves an awful lot of credit for that. He and I are about the same age. He and I have been in Congress about the same amount of time, and there's no disagreement between us that there needs to be opportunities for younger members, newer members, to be able to make their case to the American public as well. I think where I come down on this is that Nancy Pelosi doesn't actually have a whole lot of control over that. I assume you didn't call her to schedule this interview, and I didn't call her to get you to do an interview. Right? That's not the way this works. This is still, nobody asked Beto O'Rourke's, Beto didn't ask her permission to go out there and run for Senate, and he electrified the Democratic Party across the country. This is still one of the most entrepreneurial fields in the country. If you have an idea, if you have a value and mission that you want to go out there and vision that you want to go out there and sell, you can go do that. Nancy Pelosi ain't getting in the way of anybody.
So Moulton and Lynch have picked the wrong target.
I think that there's without question a need for younger members to be able to, and newer members, to go out there and make their case. And I think the country is hungry for that. There's also a need for a legislative expert and somebody that knows how to unify a caucus, knows how to fight back, knows how to hold an administration accountable. That's what our caucus needs at the moment. And I think she's the best person for the job, period.
Moulton made his name by successfully challenging a longtime incumbent, John Tierney, in a Democratic primary. Would you ever consider challenging a fellow Democrat in a primary, like, just to pull a name out of thin air, maybe Ed Markey in 2 years?
I have, Senator Markey is a good friend, and I think does an incredible job representing our Commonwealth in the United States Senate. I'm a strong supporter of his, and I expect that not only will he run for re-election, but I expect that he will win it.
So no, you'd never consider challenging a fellow Democrat in a primary?
Look, in this business, I guess you never say never. I have a hard time understanding what those circumstances would be that would lead me to do that. Now, that's not on my radar screen. It's not on my to-do list.
There's much more I'd like to talk with you about, but we're out of time. Happy Thanksgiving to you and yours, and thank you for coming.
Be well.
Appreciate it. Congressman Joe Kennedy, that's all our time. Hope you enjoy the rest of your holiday weekend. We'll see you next week. Now, back to my colleagues for more WBZ News.